Joaquin, we're back. Yeah.
My head Eagles defense started, bro. So cooked. Did Nolan help out?
Yeah.
Alright, nice.
We'll just do it from your computer. Do we want to get I think audio's on.
How much time before half?
Like a few minutes, 3 minutes.
2:23.
They can hear you, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. We are back. Apologies for those technical difficulties. Again, if you're just tuning in, no goals have been scored. The score remains the same. We're going to try to get a visual up here. It's still 1-0. However, we are 42 minutes into the first half, about 3 minutes left of regulation in the first half. Opportunity here if Zepeda's still on side, a shoulder-to-shoulder action. That's a good no call by the ref, shoulder to shoulder. Rules say that if that's the case, no foul. That's just soccer right there.
Fans aren't happy.
Indeed, they aren't.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, we have the whistle blown here. Nick Orth from Germany.
Things have been getting a lot more physical here.
Definitely, without a doubt. Again, if you're just tuning in, apologies for the technical difficulties. You did not miss any goals. The score is the same. It has remained the same, 1-0. Meanwhile, there was a physical play that forced the referee to get his whistle. Nick Orth went to ground. Ryan Hopkins exchanging some words giving some words to Christian Engman. Meanwhile, the head official is walking, looks like, I believe he's walking to review this. Or perhaps,
Maybe hand out some cards.
we'll see what happens here. It was a pretty physical play. Again, if you just tuned back into this, apologies for the technical difficulties.
Sounds like it was Josh Lucas that got fouled by Riley Gray. Or no, sorry. Josh Lucas fouled by Charles Volsey.
It's Charlet, he's French-Canadian.
Charlet Volsey. Well, he's a fouler, so.
Looks like he's indeed looking at some sort of replay. And again, as you mentioned, possibly hand out some cards here. A card. Again, a chilly night at the sports deck. Chilly for Southern California standards. How chilly would you say it, being from NorCal?
Dude, I would say
Meanwhile-
it's like at least like 67 degrees out right now.
67, that's a good one. Very specific number there.
Dude, that's just what I'm feeling right now.
Meanwhile, we have a good applause from the SDSU bench. Looks like there won't be. Oh, it's a penalty.
Wow.
It's a penalty that's given. And of course, it's the number 9 Juan Zepeda to take the penalty.
Big chance for Zapata here.
Again, Zepeda scored the game winner as a substitute
Chance to tie this game up.
in the previous match, and he has a chance to tie this one up right before halftime. We are at 43 minutes, 2 minutes away from the halftime whistle. Zepeda, a striker from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Leads the team in goals. Trying to add on to it right now.
Plays his club football with Atlas. Picked up 2 goals in Colorado Springs, including the game winner.
He's facing one of the best goalies in the nation, though, so this is going to be hard.
Zepeda to take this one.
Oh,
Saved!
my gosh.
What a save by Daniel Ibarra.
Unbelievable.
The goalkeeper from Monterrey saves the penalty taken by the striker from Guadalajara.
And you got to think, I mean, the Aztecs, one of their only opportunities to try and tie this game back up. They're a slow team in the first half.
The opportunities have been scarce, and as you mentioned, the data shows that this is not a first-half team.
You want to get all the goals that you can in the first half, but unfortunately they just have to settle for another corner, adding on to their long list of corners that they've taken.
This one's taken by Josh Lucas. Shot sailed over
Way
the
too
bar.
wide.
It was Will Shots that took the shot. Which shots? Apologies.
1 minute and 1 minute remaining in the first half.
So that's a letdown. Again, SDSU has not had the momentum at all in this game, and they had a chance to get some of that
Yeah.
by tying it up going into the locker room at half.
I mean, they gave up their goal in what, like the 3rd minute? But then ever since then, they've played really well. They've gotten themselves back in the game.
Definitely, and what I mean by not have the momentum, that doesn't necessarily mean they've played awful. They've defended well. They've shut down the Antelopes' attacks.
Just can't get back in this game.
They need to level that score. Again, Jack Kiefer. No, it is not Jack Kiefer. It is Charlie Volsi to take this throw. Asane kept it in. We are under 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Again, more physical
Handball.
after 45. All right, we're set to begin the second half of this game between the San Diego State Aztecs and the visiting Grand Canyon Antelopes. It is 1-0 to the Antelopes, courtesy of a early goal scored by Junior Juve.
11th on the season.
11th on the season, went into this night, third in the country in goals and points. We knew he was going to be a goal threat as he's going to kick things off for the second half. Junior Juve, freshman out of Senegal.
Yeah. If you're a stats guy, not looking great for SDSU. When they're trailing at halftime, they are 0-5. And when their opponent scores first, they are 1-6. So, looking at the stats, Aztecs got a tall hill to climb, do something they haven't done all season.
Well, if you're an optimistic fan, as I am,
Whoa.
last time out was the first comeback win of the season.
That's
come
so
from
true.
behind win. So, and it was in conference play. This one is also in conference play as well, in a much friendlier environment, mind you. They were playing in altitude away from home in Colorado Springs. Tonight they are at the Sports Deck as the second half is officially underway. 1-0 to the Lopes as of right now it stands. A long ball intended for Diouf. He gets a good touch on it. He keeps it in, but not for his side. It's Baptiste Boit that sends it right to his striker. Heavy touch by Zapeta. Okay, Guale tried to advance it for Giridley, but it is with Gustafsson.
Yeah. And right now, I don't think necessarily the Aztecs need to press. Obviously, it's instinct when you blow a penalty kick at the end of the second half. But for the Aztecs, mostly, they can afford to have a slow build-up.
And it's a good mention of how the first half ended. It went to video review. There was a penalty that was taken by Juan Zapeta, who scored 2 goals in the win, and including the game winner at Colorado Springs against Air Force. And he stepped up at the penalty spot tonight. Sadly, his penalty was saved by Ibarra, the Antelopes goalkeeper, Daniel Ibarra.
Yeah, just adding to his already
Left-footed
growing.
cross, that one well off target.
Yikes.
Well off target and well off any white shirt to make it threatening. I heard that yikes you said under your breath.
It was just a bad cross. I mean, we got to be better than that.
Here's Eddie Vargas now, the 7th-year senior. Again, COVID and injuries he dealt with. That's why he's spent 7 years on the Mesa playing college soccer.
Just the 3rd road match for Grand Canyon all year. They've lost their first 2, actually.
Whistle
so
blown.
This will be their first win if they can get it. A lot of time left, though.
Advantage was given initially, but Josh Lucas ended up getting the whistle blown. Engman sends this one to
Big
the far
kick.
side.
I stopped.
Tried to get it to Giridley. Just cleared out. Great intervention there by Apolinar.
And if you want to keep counting stats, Grand Canyon hasn't allowed more than 1 goal in a game all season. So if the Aztecs want to win, they're going to have to upset them at their own game.
What a better place to do it at home.
At the Sports Deck.
At the Sports Deck. What parking structure is this that we're on top? Is it P7?
Dude, I have no idea.
P6. Thank you, cameraman Nico.
It's P7.
Oh, it is P7. I got it right.
Nice one.
Nice.
Classic Sports Deck outside of P7.
Okay, Guale
Aztecs might have gotten away with a
sends
little
it
bit of
to
a push.
a defender that's stepping up here, Ciano and Gapesi. Apologies. It's Trishan Viviani, press well. Apologies, that was Whit Schatz, not Viviani. Boit sending a long ball up for Zapeta. Zapeta got his head on it, but his header rolls straight to the goalkeeper. A compatriot. A foe tonight, but also a compatriot.
That's poetic.
In Daniel Ibarra.
That is absolutely poetic, Joaquin.
Doing my best Peter Drury impression, if you know who that is. A very poetic football is what they call it across the pond commentator.
Speaking of football, hopefully you didn't bet on the Eagles. If you did,
Oh, that's American football you're
Yeah.
talking about.
oh, big hit from the
Interesting.
Lopes.
No call
No
there. It's
call.
Capesi that's on the ground. Diouf shaking and baking his defender.
Oh,
Sends
no.
Presso to the ground. It's sent to the
Oh,
far
no.
post. Cleared away by shots. Capesi still on the ground. Hopefully Cianol is all right. It's Asane that's trying to hold off these defenders. And he wins the corner. Cianol and Capesi, the defender from Birmingham, England, is in pain. We'll see if it warrants the training staff to take a look.
It will. Time's going to stop here.
We are at 49 minutes of action, or time stopping here. The ref and Capesi's silent end, Capesi's captain, Beto Apolimanar, is taking a look at him. Rami Giridli, a senior. Sure, he doesn't wear the captain band. I'm talking about Giridli here, Rami Giridli, but definitely a leader on this team, him being a senior player.
Yeah, this team's got 12 seniors on the roster. Very experienced team. Ranked by Top Soccer Drawer as the 26th best class in the nation.
To 2-0 in WAC play. That's Western Athletic Conference.
Looks like he's back up to his feet and fine.
Capesi indeed is all right. He's going to defend this corner. Corner is set to be taken by Felipe Cabian. Cleared away for another Lopes corner. Short corner.
Little
Left-footed
trickery here.
cross.
Oh.
That was tough. Great defensive effort by the keeper and Capesi.
The Lopes are complaining. It did look like that ball might have crossed the goal line.
They wanted some sort of they gave some sort of appeal. They wanted it for it to be considered the ball crossing the line. Looks like we have a whistle blown.
And they're going to review.
And it will be reviewed.
Yeah, and the Lopes seem certain.
So it looks like they're definitely taking a look at this one. The referee is. He's taking a look at it at that screen at the halfway line. And it does look like.
I mean, either way, really good play call from the Lopes. A lot of trickery there. Instead of crossing it deep inside, they do a short little pass and then a shot, which really confused the Aztecs.
Exactly. A great display of tactics there by the Antelopes. I mean, you got to give credit to the set piece coach there, whoever's tasked with set pieces. That's corners and corner kicks. Brought him for corner kicks and free kicks. As you mentioned, it was a short corner taken. It wasn't delivered directly via the corner spot into the 18.
Really just smart play there.
It caused chaos. It caused havoc, and SDSU panicked.
Little known fact, Havoc is Joaquin's middle name.
That was a good one.
Just a little nickname for what we call Joaquin down here.
You know, we shouldn't spread fake news, on a broadcast like this.
Well, that's why it's real.
All right, Noah. I got to fight two battles here. I got to use the binoculars to see what happens on the other side of the field, and I have to deal with these snarky comments
Okay.
from you. Hopefully, I mean, they are taking quite some time at this.
Yeah, I don't know how they would have an angle, if I'm being honest. Like, what camera do they have on the sideline?
That's a good point. Maybe they are watching on the stream you're watching, KCR Sports on YouTube.
Oh, humble plug.
Maybe it's looking that. Maybe they're looking at that angle. All right, let's see what the official says. It looks like he's stepped away. We hear applause from the SDSU bench, and one can infer that it's no goal. One thing that has to be mentioned for it to be considered a goal, the whole shape, the entirety of the ball has to cross the line. That's the way for it to count as a goal. It can't just be partially. It can't, if it's 99%, nope, no goal. It has
Aztecs
to
are
be
clapping.
the entire ball that crosses the line for it to be a goal. So the score remains the same, 1-0.
Another great call from this refereeing crew. I mean,
I agree. I agree. Sounds like there was some bias in that comment,
no,
but
no,
okay.
just great calls. I mean, all around.
Totally. So we're set to resume play with the throw in here. Asane. And it has gone out off an SDSU defender for a throw in. And offside.
Oh, boy. Lopes are falling apart right now. I thought for sure they had a certain goal.
I believe it was an offside. Hard to tell from where we're at situated. Fighting with my binoculars. It wasn't an offside, it just went out. I mean, that explains why Engman is sending a long throw here. That just went directly out of play. Interesting.
Interesting play. Wow, aggressive defense from the captain there.
Yeah, great work rate from Apolinar, who's fouled.
No, they're going to
No,
call that.
looks like they're calling it, the other way.
They're calling it on the Aztecs.
Apolinar went to ground, but it's a foul on San Diego State.
Saved
by
save.
That was a field-type play between the sticks.
Amazing camera work, too, from our camera person.
Shout out Nico.
Shout out Nico. The WAC goalkeeper of the week, defending his title, defending his throne. What a save.
It was that performance over in Orange County against Cal State Fullerton that earned him those honors. Here's a corner from the Lopes, headed away by Engman.
Lopes are going to try and reload.
And that they couldn't. They tried to reload, but it was
Reload him.
It was a dud. So that went well out of play. It was a poor cross, and he knew it as soon as it came off his foot by Jorge Lopez. Not the comedian. Not to be confused.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Just making sure. Nico let us know that it's George Lopez for the comedian, not Jorge. Just wanted to clarify with the audience. Benasani on the ball here. He has cleared away by Baptiste Boit from Clermont, France. Lots of French names here for us to pronounce, either if they're from Senegal, if they're from France, if they're from Quebec. And it looks like that has indeed gone out for a goal kick.
It's crazy how the tides of this game have really shifted. In the first half, even with Grand Canyon's early goal, I mean, SDSU really controlled the action. 10 shots to 2 in favor of the Aztecs. But in this half, Grand Canyon's come marching right down the field and almost got a goal and then almost got a second goal.
And mind you, 10 shots, that's goes against the data of you kept mentioning it, throughout the first half that SDSU is not a first half team. They didn't look that awful in the first half. Just couldn't get a goal and couldn't convert that penalty that was saved by Daniel Ibarra.
Yeah, and if it means anything, I mean, that's a hopeful sign for the Aztecs that they can try to heat up in the second half and try to stay hot, but the Aztecs have come out cold, although Lopes have come out hot.
Meanwhile, much needed throw and an interesting wind chill. I don't know if that was picked up by our mics. It sounded like it was on our headsets. Whistle blown, and it is a foul. We had a slight shove, but it is which shots that stayed composed there. More shoving.
Oh, we got some shoving.
More shoving.
Fight.
But nothing escalating. This is clearly a foul against San Diego State. Okay, Guale was also in the mix as well as he was shoved, but again, Aztecs remaining calm and disciplines there. It's Benasane, the captain, that's on the ground for the Lopes.
Took a pretty decent hit from behind.
Using football terms for the other kind of football here. That's how physical this game has been.
Looks like Asani's on his feet now, limping.
Limping a bit, yeah, near his bench, dugout. That's a term that is used both across the pond and here, dugout. For baseball. It's a baseball reference. We don't need to talk about the Dodgers, it's okay. Everyone knows. And we shouldn't because we're in San Diego. Play resumes here. Gustafsson boots this one up with the left foot. Juve wins the 50-50, but it's fallen for Ngapesi. And it's just sent right back to Ibarra, the Lopes keeper. Another booted ball, this time by the other center back. That was Charlie Volsi. Okay, Guale was sent to ground. Referee took a touch. Advantage given to the Lopes. Looks like the ref wants to reset play
They do
here.
a drop ball.
Could be a drop ball.
Ref tried to put a uni on.
Looks like it's that same spot where he took a touch. He said, yeah, might as well let's just restart from where I touched it.
I mean, come on.
It's kind of late, though. Kind of delayed, wasn't it?
Yeah. A little bit of a late whistle. It's fine.
It's okay. That's his way of apologizing,
Yeah.
I think.
Should have jumped a little higher. It's fine. Good header.
Apollinaire contributing there. Asane cuts inside, cuts
Oh,
out.
great move.
Takes
Great
his
shot.
luck.
too.
Looked like a great shot, but
Way too far left.
was not a great shot. Goes out for an Aztec throw.
I mean, you can see Asani so fast off the dribble. And we're trying to cheat.
Asane just reminds me of a lethal dribbler. Reminds me of like a Mohamed Kudus or a Karu Mitoma from Brighton. Kudus from Tottenham. Just lethal dribblers down the wing. That one headed by Josh Lucas. To Wit shots. Martin Luala. Ibarra. Played long with the left foot. 50-50. Capesi gets his head on it. Great physical shielding of the ball by Giridley. Heavy touch by Presto. He keeps it.
Oh,
Goes
great
to
play.
ground, and he draws the foul.
Wow.
SDSU, a crazy sequence of events here. SDSU wanted to go quickly. GCU was protesting the
Ref
foul.
emphasizing there are two things that went wrong in that play. He rolled over the ball, rolled over the person.
Wit shots. Apology shots. Baptiste Boyd. The Dark Knight, Christian Engman. Not sure if that's his nickname, but
Is that
that's,
his nickname?
that's what I think about when I see him with the mask. Josh Lucas.
Oh my goodness.
Looks like a Batman type mask. Great work rate there by Juve. Getting the rebound. Didn't do much though. Giridley. Giridley just sends it back to the defense. Apollinaire now, the captain. And the whistle's blown. Looks like it was offside.
Aztecs caught a little too far forward there.
That's on me. Was not an offside. Again, was adjusting my binoculars. Juve. Just swarmed by some Aztecs, but he's still going.
Breaks free.
Somehow broke free from that. He's still on the ball here. Engman's on his case. Others will join, and he goes to ground.
No
and
call.
No call given, and if there's any call, it's a throw-in
Yeah.
to the Aztecs.
Good physical defense from the Aztecs, really taking Juve on head on. With a guy that fast and a guy that physical, the only way to play him is to play him right where the ball is.
Since the goalie scored, he hasn't really been too threatening.
Yeah.
That's one thing to notice.
Great adjustment by Ryan Hopkins, reigning coach of the year.
Maybe not even adjustment, but just a game plan. It was maybe just a fluke, that early goal.
Yeah.
It being so early.
If you want to think of it that way.
I'm an optimist. But again, to your point, credit goes to Ryan Hopkins.
Ooh.
Ibarra had to clear that one urgently. Interesting that the
A buzzer
scoreboard.
is going off.
Oh yeah, we have a buzzer going off in the middle of the game. We're starting to see a light sprinkle here at the sports deck on top of P7. That one funneled in by Ibarra.
Didn't think the elements would come into play here.
It is fall technically. But yes, indeed, the elements are making their presence known.
It's just moist out here.
Juve touches it down.
Great stop.
Great challenge there by Boyd. Jaridley.
Oh,
I think
that was a great run that Zepeda kind of gets in the way of.
Junior Diouf, the goal scorer of tonight's game, the lone goal scorer, is offside.
Ibarra's going to come up and defend that. Rain's coming down a little harder now.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be a long walk back.
No need to worry about us. Sorry, we had to make some adjustments with the camera there. As
Big
it's starting
hit.
to rain. A
Hit
big
stick.
contact. American terms are being thrown out here.
Oh my
Hit
god.
stick
You just leveled him.
in a sport like this. Looks like the yellow card is out. We'll have our first booking of the night. We have an SDSU player who's down. It is Terence Okegwale of Cologne, Germany that's down.
One of the 3 players picked in the preseason poll for players to watch.
Okegwale is SDSU's number 10. Creative force in that midfield. And the yellow card goes to number 33 on the Lopes. That is Diego Sanchez, a freshman from Prescott, Arizona.
Okay, Wale already returning from injury. Trying to avoid that one. He made the all-WAC first team last year and the all-region second team as well. Very talented guy. Able to take a hit too.
Able to take a hit and draw a yellow card.
Yeah.
Looks like his compatriot, and also from the same city as well, Nick Orth, is going to come in soon.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't know.
I wonder if we have any viewers from Cologne, Germany. If you are from Cologne, Germany, you have
Willing to stand on business?
yeah. I mean, there's 2 guys out here from
Willing to
your
come
city.
Get your get back?
Shout out FC Cologne as well. So we'll see what the main official, he's on the side here. Captain Beto Apolinar is also near that ref, kind of tailing him somewhat. So play continues here after the yellow card given to number 33 on the Lopes. That is Diego Sanchez. Apolinar, one-touch pass to Shots. Josh Lucas
Whoa,
brought down,
whoa,
and a clear foul given.
Lopes getting a little chippy here.
Josh Lucas was frustrated. Very physical game tonight, isn't it?
Right in front of the SDSU bench, too. Bold guy.
Very bold guy. We're talking about the guy that fouled Josh Lucas. Meanwhile, we have a substitution. That is Will Schatz, as we mentioned, from Cologne, Germany. He takes
Rami Jordaly's place.
Ridley's place, yes. Here comes a cross. It's a short one taken. Josh Lucas on the overlap. It's
Great play
Okeguale. Back to Lucas. Okeguale back on it. Terrence just sends this back to Eddie Vargas.
Good idea from the Aztecs there. They're trying to set up a short corner. Unfortunately, not able to do anything.
Capesi got his head on it. 50-50. Served up for Zepeda, who couldn't do anything. It's well over Zepeda's head. And apologies for the obstruction. There will be a slight obstruction going towards the left. There will be a slight obstruction going towards the left of the screen when plays going towards the SDSU goal that they're defending. Just because we got to be underneath the eave due to the elements. Meanwhile, we have some altercation going on here. Yellow card given, and this time it's against the Aztecs. Looks like it will be on Josh Lucas.
Lucas gets his get back.
Josh Lucas was fouled earlier.
Hopkins shouting instruction from the side.
Coach doing his job, telling his players what to do. So Daniel Ibarra is set to take this one as he saved the penalty earlier on Juan Zepeda. Lobbed up for Asane. Throw-in, favor Grand Canyon University. Ball thrown in. It's just rolled right back to the Aztecs. Presto sending it forward. Gustafsson gets it under control, but that was a very uncontrolled pass, as that pass was intended for Max Kiefer. Presto to take the throw. Chipped up. Orth gets his head on it. One-touch pass. Falls for his co-city teammate, if that's even a term. And some miscommunication there. That was a high boot that we saw there, a high cleat. We hear calls for a second yellow. And it looks like it's a yellow, not on Josh Lucas, but on a Grand Canyon University player. We heard protests from a Lopes player. A request for Josh Lucas to get a second yellow card. Looks like it was Jack Kiefer, who was given the yellow card on the Antelopes.
Lost there. We just hit our 25th minute remaining.
We're in the 65th minute of action here.
Good quick math there.
Orth try to tee one up on the rebound.
Big shove.
And there's indeed a foul here.
Yeah, unfortunately not going to get away with that one. So if you're on the Aztecs right now, you're wondering, what can I do to get back in the game? For the most part, what's working well for the Aztecs is working the ball down the side and then coming back in the middle.
Have a whistle
wow.
to the Lopes. Continue with the analysis, Noah?
Well, I was just going to say, the Aztecs, for the most part, they're getting a lot of success coming down the side and then crossing it over into the middle. Unfortunately, haven't been able to convert because the Lopes are doing a great job at shutting that stuff down. If the Aztecs want to succeed moving forward, they're going to have to break through on the side and maybe put up a shot from the side instead of from the middle.
There was one chance in the first half where Okeguale looked very, very free, and he set up a chance for Zepeda, but Zepeda could not put it away. Meanwhile, this one sails right.
Wide right,
Wide
similar to
right.
the Bills.
The Chiefs fan has to throw in a stray, of course, to the Bills. Eddie Vargas to take this goal kick. Again, what's interesting about these goalie uniforms, these goalie kits, is how they're the same blue of the Basketball City Edition here at San Diego State.
It's a good catch.
Headed by Zepeda. Heavy touch. Capesi just lets that one roll out, as it was last touched by number 11, Max Kiefer. Baptiste Boyd. Christian Engman. Lobs forward. Grand Canyon trying to find that breakout pass. They won't find it, but they do get a foul.
Looked like all ball there.
Nick Orth fouling. Number 8 on Grand Canyon, that is Martin Luala.
And you can see the Aztecs trying to implement that game plan of working the ball up the middle. Unfortunately, they just haven't been able to do that with any success. Another foul.
Interesting call there. That just looked like a soccer type play.
Might have gotten too much to the shoulder.
It was a foul called on Christian Engman. Looks like, as you mentioned, the ref's explanation was due to the contact on the shoulders.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Felipe Corbian.
And right now, the Aztecs, they kind of have to play a little more physical right now. You can't let the Lopes roll over you as the rain keeps coming down.
Physical game and a game where the elements are letting their presence known at the sports deck. A very blue-collar match indeed.
Rain, wind, or shine.
Again, Felipe Corbian, and it is Diego Sanchez. Sanchez takes it directly, testing Eddie Vargas there, who had a dive full extension to his left, to his right.
That was a great shot, too.
A great shot for sure indeed. He took it directly. He wanted it all. The freshman, Diego Sanchez. We're at the 69th minute mark. Again, 69 minutes in. Eddie Vargas will take this goal kick.
Time's running out for the Aztecs.
Looks like the battery ran out for us. We'll have to do another change. Still got audio going. Don't go anywhere. Radio style broadcast as Eddie Vargas takes the goal kick. Yeah, flip it around.
Aztecs ball on the throw in here.
We'll get the video feed back up in a moment. Nick Orth chases the ball but goes straight to the Lopes player. It's Benasane. Surrounded and dragged down by Nick Orth. That was a clear tactical foul.
Yeah.
Not enough to warrant a yellow, but a clear foul to stop an attack.
For the Aztecs, for the most part, the main thing they can't do is let somebody get behind them. At all costs, they have to drag anyone down.
And if they are behind them, have them offside. play that
That's
offside.
wise.
Play that offside trap.
Oh,
Has worked here and
right
there
to
tonight.
the face.
Joof. Shut down. Joof went to ground.
Whoa, whoa.
Interesting theatrical performance put on here by Joof.
Looks like you got hit in the eye, dude.
Perhaps could have been a poke in the eye, but definitely did not look like it was a kick or a challenge, at least from here. Good catch. No, I did not see that. Did you see any contact on the eye?
Yeah, looks like it.
It is indeed Juve that's on the ground. We'll see how. I doubt anything gets. Mind you, the Grand Canyon University players, they're near the center circle. The contacts did happen within the 18, so I doubt this gets reviewed or checked at or discussed for a penalty. They're just giving a minute for Juve to reset. Apologies for calling that a theatrical performance. And good catch, Noah, for a poke in the eye. Eddie Vargas to resume play here. Pushing his team upfield. A long goal kick. Lobbed up by number 11, Max Kiefer. That goes out of play. Quick and long throw by Christian Engman. Zepeda, Orth, ends up with neither. Instead with Imperato. Baptiste Boyd. Dylan Presto. Miscommunication. Josh Lucas started to break his run. Caused a turnover. And another turnover here, Engman. Zepeda. He's on it. Just sends it out to the right. On the overlap is Dylan Presto, making an intense overlapping run from his defensive position. Josh Lucas instead cut it to the left side. It's back out to the right. Gapesi. Christian Engman. Apolinar filtering this one through. Too strong on it. And Ibarra just lets that one roll out. Even if Ibarra were to chase it down, I don't think he would have gotten that one. It was just too strong of a pass from Apolinar, who claps his hands in frustration. 72nd minute, again, less than 20 minutes left to go, Noah. What do you want to see from this Aztec side?
I think they're going to need a pretty big push here as they move forward. But they do have a lot of time left.
How much of a different game this would have been if Zepeda makes that penalty?
Yeah, obviously, Aztecs are going to look back on that as a big moment in the game.
Ref says we can play on. It's up to Ibarra now. Juve was shielded by Gapesi. Dylan Presso got to it. Back and forth. Tennis match style action here. Long ball attempted, a ambitious one and an ambitious decision there, and it pays off to be a good one by Eddie Vargas coming off his line to collect that ball. Viviani gave it chase. And that's a good break for the Aztecs as they get the throw here. Christian Engman. They're going to try to do this long throw. This is a trend in Europe at the highest levels of these long throw-ins. They did it earlier. They're going to crowd that 18-yard box. There's your elements right there, Noah. How to wipe the ball with the towel.
Yeah, rain's coming down a little bit more.
Zepeda tried to get on it. And it looks like there was a shove. Goes to the favor of the Antelopes.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of shoved off with his arm there. You're trying to create positioning. Not able to do so.
Probably was able to do so, but brought the whistle. Not to contradict you.
Oh, wow.
And a clear whistle blown right there. When things like that, that's probably out of frustration. Eggman just letting it out. How do I know he's frustrated? Just take a look at the scoreline. Miscommunication there. Couldn't connect on the pass. Asane was the intended receiver. It was Alan Rosales' pass that was off. Apolinar. Josh Lucas. Lucas driving on this right flank. Played on the left side in the first half. He's still going, Josh Lucas.
Nice defense.
Great defense as Lucas tried to cut it inside, but number 8,
Look at another corner.
Martin Luwala, shut that down. But it did go off of Martin Luwala last for an Aztec corner kick. Both arms raised, whatever play that is. Viviani, Ciano Gepesi in the box, among other Aztecs. Zapeta, of course. This one aimed towards the far post. Bounces and cleared away. Apolinar Diouf giving it chase. And it looks like it will be indeed an Aztec throw. Looks like we'll have a change here for the Grand Canyon Antelopes. It's number 12 that comes in. Alan Ermit from Alou, France. And it is Max Kiefer, the freshman forward, that comes off, and that makes way. Thrown in by Presto.
Oh.
A high boot there. That's a dangerous, if that makes contact, that's dangerous for Dylan Presto. A clear foul given, but that was a high and a dangerous challenge by, in other words, Presto playing with fire there.
A lot of desperation coming in from the Aztecs as they try to get back in this game.
You're definitely seeing the frustration. 76 minutes in this one. About under 15 minutes left to play. Diouf near the corner flag, trying to get around Ciano.
Great cross.
Sent to the far post. Great service. Will someone have a crack at it? They do, but it's blocked.
Ooh.
That one well off target by Felipe. And it looks like we'll have a change here for the Aztecs. It is Okeguale that comes back in, and he replaces his compatriot and someone from the same city, Cologne, Germany, in Nick Orth. Getting a little breeze here, wind. Definitely does not feel like Southern California tonight at the sports deck on top of P6. 7, yes, P7. This time it's cameraman Nico that gets it right.
Aztecs will go on the 12th to play UNLV, and on the 18th they'll play Utah Tech. Both WAC games as they try to improve on their record of 1-0 right now.
I believe from here on out it's all conference games. Diouf.
Again, both games are at home and the sports deck.
Diouf fouled by Baptiste Boit. Tonight there was a little giveaway, a ball keychain, and a yellow card comes out.
Go collect your ball and chain.
Yellow card comes out on Baptiste Boit. So we have 3 potential set piece takers here. It's the usual 2, number 3, Felipe Corbian, and number 33, Diego Sanchez. Looks like Diego Sanchez has broken away. Instead, it's Corbian and number 32, Alan Rosales. Who will take this one? Number 32 or 33? It's indeed
Great job by the wall.
Felipe Cobian. Great job by the wall, blocking that one.
Just fearless from the Aztecs wall there. Great job to stop the ball. Prevent another goal.
Junior Diouf
Oh, great play by Duve.
sends it to the other side of, to the far side of the field. Great
Oh
bit of
my
skill
goodness.
from Benassane,
Oh!
taking ankles. And that attack is shut down by Viviani. Is recycled, however, and won back by the Lopes. Gustafsson.
Oh.
That will leave a mark tomorrow morning. Josh Lucas blocking that one.
Body on the line.
Body on the line, taking one for the team.
A lot of debate here for the Aztecs on their defensive set right now. Lucas seems a little confused with Hopkins.
Was that Hopkins that was making his voice clear?
Yeah, sounded like it. It seems like Hopkins wants Lucas to push a little further down the field, and Lucas disagrees.
Action in the midfield here. Lobbed up back to the Aztecs back line and lobbed back to the Grand Canyon back line. It's fallen for Apolinar. Lucas. Great dribbling.
play by
Great
Lucas.
dribbling by Lucas.
He is
Draws the foul.
dragged down from behind by his jersey.
Absolute techers, as they say in England, right there. Great technical skill by Lucas. And it looks like that was enough to warrant a yellow card. Looks like it was a yellow card on, is it Diouf? Diouf is the nearest to the referee. It is indeed a yellow card on the goal scorer tonight, Junior Diouf. And Junior Diouf is not a junior, he is a freshman. Sorry, just had to throw in that dad joke at some point tonight. Everyone watching is probably groaning at that one. Here's Viviani to take this set piece. Numbers in the box for the Aztecs that will crash it.
Big cross.
Sails over that mob of both black and white shirts.
It was a good pass, just a little too much on it.
We're approaching 80 minutes of action at the sports deck. That means we are approaching the final 10 minutes of tonight's fixture. That air horn means more substitutions. It will be number 19 entering the match for the Lopes and number 32 exiting. The man that enters is Sean D. Santos, and the man that exits and makes way is Alan Rosales. Ibarra resuming play. Apolinar. Josh Lucas lets it travel. He showed some dribbling skill there.
Lucas with a great backwards pass.
Another backwards pass there from Lucas.
Lucas asking for the ball here.
Lobbed up for Dylan Presto, who left it for Tristan Viviani. He tried the rainbow flick. Didn't work out, but did get the throw in. Quick throw for Dylan Presto, but ends up with Ibarra, the goalkeeper. Ibarra. Great header there by Engman. Lucas lost the ball for a second.
Lucas really heated up in these final 10 minutes. A lot of skill moves coming from him.
You're seeing the skill and the work rate from him.
It's another foul.
Capesi charged with that one there.
Yeah, you can tell the Aztecs have really tried to get a little bit more physical as they try to claw this ball back to their possession.
And I'd like to get your opinion on that last foul. I mean, sure it was a foul, but again, after the goal by Diouf, who's third in the nation in points and goals, has been silenced by, after the goal, has been silenced by this Aztecs defensive effort.
Yeah, Aztecs have done a good job of shutting him down and trying to get in his face whenever he has the ball. Unfortunately, it's going to lead to fouls like that, but they've done a good job of keeping him at bay.
It is making him uncomfortable out there, despite it resulting into a foul. Boyd was keeping tabs on Diouf. Great dribbling here, but dispossessed by Josh Lucas.
Lucas tripped up at the end.
He tried to draw some sort of foul there. Couldn't do so. Gustafsson. 50-50, won by Diouf, but turns the ball over. Again, it's Vigo Gustafsson, apologies.
Great play
Here
from the
comes
Lopes.
Santos.
Big run.
Stretching
Nice
out the defense, but even better defense by Baptiste Boyd. The defense was stretched there. There was some space created.
Yeah.
If they get past Boyd,
Well,
it would have been interesting.
And Boyd has two options there. He can either keep backpedaling or he does what he did there and stand his ground, kick the ball out. Really great job from Boyd.
Great job indeed. Looks like OK Guale is shaking up a bit. He's going to take, looks like he's all right. He's on his feet, just shaking up a bit. Presto. Josh Lucas.
Let's see what Lucas can do. Good pass.
Christian Engman. Apolinar. Josh Lucas in a more forward position here. Cuts it inside. Likes to use that left foot. He'll go for goal, but well over, and it wasn't threatening at all for Ibarra. But the Aztecs, they need more of those shots for sure.
And that's Lucas' signature move at the end of the day is trying to work his way inside, put that shot up.
I assume it has to be doing with his the different position, the position change he's gone through in the second half. He was playing on the left side. You saw him going around as it's more friendlier with his left foot. This time, now that he's playing on the right, he has to cut inside as that's his left side, his stronger side.
Yeah, the good news is when he is cutting inside, he's giving more opportunities for his teammates. So I can see the benefit there for the Aztecs.
And that's a more modern style of a winger, of playing them. You know, in hockey, you know, you play them based off their handedness if they're right-handed. Meanwhile, we have an offside here.
Too far forward.
Too far forward indeed. Looks like it was Zapeta that was charged for that offside. But as I was mentioning about hockey, a left winger, they're a left-handed shot. You know, so a more traditional style in soccer, you know, they're going to put the left-footed player on the left side. That's what Josh Lucas did in the first half. Left-footed player played as a left winger in the first half. Switched to a more modern style of playing on the right side, and as you mentioned, complementing him cutting inside as a right winger using that left foot. This one.
We've entered less than 5 minutes left to play. So the Aztecs have got to get something going here if they want
Inside,
to tie.
inside the final 5. We're within the 86th minute of action. It still continued to drizzle here at the sports deck. Whistle given to the benefit of Grand Canyon. Another throw-in, in case if you didn't hear it. Not sure if our audio picked that up, but it went off the board of the dugout. That was heard throughout the sports deck. Christian Engman was cornered for a second, but got it out to Okeguale. Okeguale trying to find some options here. Rolls it to Josh Lucas. Presto will lob this one up. And Okeguale showing some frustration, complaining about it.
Wow.
Meanwhile, a clear foul, as not sure why Junior Diouf is complaining. He clearly dragged down. I believe it was Dylan Presto who he dragged down.
I mean, honestly, a clever play from Juve. There's really no downside in doing that. He obviously wasn't going to get the ball, so you might as well try to force something to happen. Maybe get the penalty of a foul.
I guess I was calling out the his protest. Not sure why he was protesting
It's a
that.
smart play from Juve.
Meanwhile, we saw some disagreement here. It looked like Josh Lucas wanted.
Yeah, Lucas has been wanting the ball the entire half, especially in these final 15
He
minutes.
wanted Vargas to play it short to him on that goal kick that just occurred. Some frustration between teammates you're seeing. But Vargas played it long. The opposite of what Josh Lucas wanted. And that's something that the coach has to sort out. There has to be a game plan, a unified game plan. A foul called here on Juan Zepeda.
Zepeda pretty silent all game.
And he's coming off of a performance of where he starred as a substitute. Again, scored the game winner in Colorado Springs, and that wasn't the only goal he scored as a substitute. He scored one prior to that one as well. 2 minutes for the Aztecs to find an equalizer. 2 minutes for them to find 2 goals potentially, to have a dramatic comeback, hopefully, potentially. Felipe Corbian. Vigo Gustafsson.
Some yells from San Diego
Ibarra.
State. We've got to go. We've got to go.
Ibarra wanted it back. He boots it to the right side. Aztecs throw.
Aztecs are going to need a push.
Baptiste Boyd. Dylan Presto with a lot of room. He just sends it right away to Lucas.
Oh,
and
no.
the elements messing that one up for Josh Lucas. Just slipped off him.
Yeah. You can feel the walls closing in here as we get into our final minute.
I bet defenders like to play in conditions like this. It means more mistakes from attackers. So that was a blunder right there by Josh Lucas. Engman
Screaming for him to go up.
looking for an option. Lobs it forward,
Too far.
but comfortable for Ibarra, who's nonchalantly just touched it with his foot in his own box. Could have caught it, but
Zora.
hey, for style points, why not? Touch it with the feet. We're in the 90th minute. .89 minutes and change left to go.
Aztecs probably got one last good push left in him.
Not left to go, but we are at currently. Final 10 seconds left of action.
6.
Ibarra just going to let time expire. He won't even pick this one up, as that is the night. The Aztecs couldn't get to 500. They fall to 5 wins and 7 losses on the season, as the final score is 1-0. A goal scored right away by Junior Diouf, who came into the night 3rd in the nation in points and in goals.
The first minute of the game changed the whole entire one.
Right off the bat. Stick around for the post-game show.